We're going to start with the solutions for solving by completing the square by first looking at negative 20, taking half of it, negative 10, squaring it. Does it equal this negative 7? Because that's the trick, right? Take half of the middle, square it. And negative 10 squared is definitely not 7. So we're going to get rid of the 7 because it's not part of our square. So add 7 to both sides. So we get that canceled out. And we have 5x squared minus 20x equals, and 18 and 7 is 25. We also know that 5 isn't a perfect square. There's nothing I can square to get 5. So we need to get rid of that first. So, or the second, I should say. We got rid of the 7. Now we're going to cancel out the 5. So everything is divided by 5. That cancels. And I get x squared minus 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then 25 divided by 5 is 5. We're going to work with this side because we're going to try and complete the square. So over here we have x squared. If it's a perfect square, we divide the middle by 2 and we get negative 2. So negative 2x goes here, negative 2x goes here, and we have x times x and minus 2 and minus 2 here. What we're missing is that box right in the bottom where negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. This is what we're missing. So we have to add that here and add it here. So in order for this side to be a perfect square, we have to add 4. And in order for the equation to remain the same, we have to add 4 to the other side. Because then if we subtract 4 from each side, it goes away and we haven't changed it. This side becomes x minus 2 squared because this is a square. And on the right hand side we get 5 plus 4, which is 9. And to solve it, we're going to use our square root method. So this would be finding the roots. Square root cancels out the 2. And I have x minus 2 equals square root of 9 plus or minus. I can't guarantee the positive or the negative. So square root of 9 is 3. And we really don't need the parentheses anymore because there's nothing in front. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. That adds up to 0, so it goes away. And then on the right hand side I have a positive 3 plus 2. And I have a negative 3 plus 2. We have a positive and negative 3. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And negative 3 plus 2 is a negative 1. Notice I did not write this. That would imply that the 5 is an x and the negative 1 is a y. That is not true. If I graph this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a dot right here as an x-intercept at 5 and another one over here at negative 1. Since it's a positive 5 in the front, we're going to have a parabola that opens up like that. So this is not a point on the graph. So this is not allowed. The values are 5 and negative 1. If you want to use brackets, that's a whole different thing. But right now we're just going to write it as 5 and negative 1. In this example, we look at negative 12. Half of that is negative 6. Squared is 36. So definitely negative 8 doesn't work. So we're going to add 8 to cancel that out. And we have 2x squared minus 12x equals 8 plus 4 is 12. We notice that the 2 in front does not make a perfect square, so we divide by 2. Nothing squared makes 2. Divide everything by 2 and I get x squared. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then fill in our square. So x squared, half of negative 6 is negative 3. X, negative 3x, which means this is x times x. And this is negative 3, and this is negative 3. The thing that we're missing then is negative 3 times negative 3 was 9. So I have to add 9 here and add 9 here. Then this becomes x minus 3 squared equals 6 plus 9 is 15. I can't even add today. 6 plus 9 is 15. Then that's the square, so let's square root. Cancel that out. I get x minus 3 equals square root of 15. Positive, negative. Add 3. Add 3. So my answer is 3 plus or minus the square root of 15. And that will give me 2 answers if I put it in the calculator.